Hey everyone. Now I've got a new monitor coming, but I've got to set up for it first, and that involves this bracket on the wall here. Now I'll show you the current setup and what I'm going to end up having. Now currently on my desktop I've got the main horizontal monitor there and two vertical ones next to it here. Now I did briefly have another smaller horizontal one here because the video card's got 4 outputs, but instead I'm going to mount one on the wall there. Now around the back here at the computer, the video card has 4 outputs. It's got 3 DisplayPort ones and an HDMI one there. And that's the one I'm going to use for the monitor I'm getting. Now which monitor am I getting? I'll show you. Now this is the one I'm getting, this 75-inch thing, which works out to be pretty damn big. So if I go down to specifications, you can see it's basically 1.7 meters long by almost a meter high. But here's the key thing I'm looking at today. It's 30 kilograms, so I've got to make sure this bracket holds up. Right, so I've got this one here that is rated to carry that, but of course it still has to be stuck onto the wall. We don't have big brick walls here, it's all just gyprock stuff. So what I've managed to do, find the stud here, and I've put some really meaty bolts, well, big screws down there, like they've got massive teeth on them inside. So that really had some bite. And the rest, I've got wall mates with screws, that one's a bit dodgy. But the rest is solid as, I hope. So this thing has to carry 30 kilograms. So I'm going to test that now. All right, now I've got a couple of these hooks here that I keep the whippersnipper on in the garage. So what I'm going to do is stick them in there. And I need to get 30 kilograms onto this. So I'm going to use some weight plates. All right, I've got two 15 kilogram plates here. So I'm going to put these on here. I hope it doesn't fall off. Right. That's there. That's the one with the stud behind it. This is the one I'm extra worried about. Shit. I mean, I don't want this to fall, but if it does, I'd rather it not be with a big screen on it. Okay, let it go. I'm nervous. Okay, it seems to be there. Nothing even made any sounds like it was creaking or anything, so it should be good. So right now I've got 30 kilograms on that bracket. It's been there for a total of 1 minute, but I'm not getting the monitor until tomorrow, so I'm going to leave that on overnight and see if it lasts the night with 30 kilograms on. Now I had to get this 10 meter HDMI cable, which I didn't want to go that long, but 5 meters just wasn't quite enough. I needed about 6, but of course it jumped straight up to 10. But I got one that theoretically can do 4K at 60 hertz up to 10 meters, which is what I need. I'm not doing anything fancy, just that. So hopefully this will work good. All right, I just got that sitting there while I get ready. All right, now the two 15 kilogram plates held up overnight, as I figured they would, and the screen's going to go here. Now, as for the height, I'm going to have the bottom of it level with the desk. Now, I don't plan on using it while I'm at the desk. It's for when I'm sitting on the couch. But what I'm going to do, because this desk moves, you see, so desk goes up and down. I just got to make sure it's out far enough so that, you know, it doesn't fall up on the screen. But basically, I'm aiming to put it at the bottom of where the desk normally is, if that makes sense. Take your weights down now. Get them out of the way. This thing's fucking huge. This thing's fucking huge. That's probably as far as I want to unpack it at the moment by myself. Right, these mounting holes are 400mm apart, which I probably should have looked up, which means I won't be able to put it on that. So here comes plan B. I actually might just get this 400 there. Let's see. If I use this bracket with these long bolts and one of the spacers, it goes on fine just like that there. So that worked out quite well. Just in the limits of what this bracket can do. Now I do not believe this, but the cable actually looks long enough. And the reason I was a bit curious, like I've got my own one there, but this has got a right angled connector on because at the back of the screen, it's got one that sticks out towards the back, towards the wall. So it had to be a right angled one, otherwise it'd be sticking in the wall. So at least that fits. Under the desk, I've got all the cables going along here in this loom. So that goes to the computer. And then I've got some excess because that's how it went. I've got excess there, and then hopefully enough to go down to the ground when the desk's at a full height and up to the monitor. All right, now I wasn't planning on doing this by myself, but I'm here by myself, so I'm going to do it by myself. Right, let's see what happens. Get that shit off the bottom. Oh, fucking dead. This is where it goes horribly wrong. Get the shit off first. Right. Well, I have enough space between the front of the screen and the desk. Yeah, fuck it, should be there. Alright, then. Fucking here goes. Underneath it. Here's those. No fucking idea where the things are. Oh. That's it. Stay there. Captain Cool. Cool, it's on. Unlike the fucking camera. Evidently the stupid camera missed all that, but fuck, I hung it up. I'm not doing it again. I just lifted it up there, got it on there and it's there. And it even looks nice and straight. So that's a bonus. Okay, that's just the computer saying it can't set it up there until I do that. Now it should come on. I'll say keep settings. Let's have a look. Do stuff. I can still know stuff. Back to settings. Fucking nothing. How's that work? It's here, but it's not there. And why does it say 55 inch, not 75? Ah, the fun begins. Now I just set it to 1920 by 1080, and then it came up. But I wanted 4K, and it's supposed to be able to do that. And it thinks it can here, and the cable's supposed to be able to do it. But can it do it? It fucking cannot. You cheeky bastard. Right, now it works, but it only works in high definition. It doesn't work at 4K, and I knew this would be a risk because the cable I got said it would be enough for that refresh rate, 60 Hertz at 4K over 10 meters, because it's a 10 meter cable, that's the problem. But it was always on the edge. I could have gone the dearer one and like $80 cable, but I went the $30 cable just to try it. So I knew there was a risk. But anyway, it works for high def, which is pretty much all I need anyway from way over there, which is where I'm going to be sitting when I do this. I just wanted a big screen. If in the future I want 4K, I'm going to have to get a better HDMI cable. I know that'll be the issue. Right, now in case you're wondering what cable it was a high quality for professional use. This is the main thing down here. 4K at 60 Hertz. Over the 10 meters. That's what it said on its spec sheet, but it lied. Okay, that was the physical part of the install, the mounting it on the wall, but now I'll get to the logical part and the things I had to do to get it running properly. Right, here's my displays, and to get it going, that one here, it's coming up as 55 inch even though it's 75. I had to run it at 1920 by 1080, because here's what happened when I tried to run it at 4K. I'll apply this, that's at 60 Hertz, we'll get to the others in a minute, but I'll apply that and show you what happens. Right, I'll do it here so you can see it. I press apply, and nothing comes up there. Oh, it sort of did. Oh, it did. It did better than yesterday. I'll just choose keep those settings for now, but hopefully you can see that, what's going on here. Can you see it's got all this crappy artifacts around it? It's got all this shit going on. That's actually more than I got yesterday. Yesterday I didn't even get that. It was just completely blank. It said no input. Now what I discovered yesterday is that if I go to NVIDIA settings and have a look at it, if I go to the color, where is it? I've got that limited. Now originally it's RGB. So RGB is full color and it takes more bandwidth. If I set that, it won't actually output it because it has to drop down to this 420. Now while I'm still in these NVIDIA settings, I can click the monitor and get some information. I can acquire the EDID, which it says there, Extended Display Identification Data. So I've just downloaded that, and you can actually read that. So it's edid.bin, and you can install EDID decoder, and just do that and it'll show you stuff. And it shows you all the things that's presented from the monitor as to what it can do. Now, if I just grep that for 3840 by 2160 and grep that by 60, just to narrow it down, there's only one that's capable of that, okay? And you probably can see on the screen anyway, it's right here at the end. So it's, where is it? This one here. So that one there says in order to do that, it has to be this. Now that's information passed to the computer of what the monitor sort of says it can do. But we've got some tricks now. So if I go back to this and show you the screen, you can see that I'd like it to be RGB, but it's currently only doing that. So the video card's dropped itself back down to this instead of full RGB because it isn't able to negotiate that the higher rate required for RGB. Now if I go back to the screen and do menu, picture, and go down to advanced settings, and then there's this little little item called, where is it? Input signal plus. It just says expands the input signal range for HDMI connections. It doesn't actually tell you really what that means in the real world, but I'll just enable that on both the inputs. So I'm using HDMI 1 at the moment, but I'll just enable it for both anyway. So I've enabled that, which won't do much at the moment, but just note that I've enabled that. Now back in NVIDIA settings, I'll acquire that EDID again. Okay, I've downloaded that and I've called it EDID2. So if I look at that, it's different. So the one before where I was grepping for that, if I show you what's in the one now, there's a few extra options. And up here is not the limited one. So if I show the whole thing, you'll see, if you can find it, it's not just under that anymore. So you'll see it up here as well. So it's everywhere. So it's basically saying, yes, it can do that. So now I should be able to set that to RGB, but what I'm going to have to do is disconnect the cable and plug it back in again. So I'll quickly do that. At the back here, I'll just pull that out, stick it back in. And now a whole lot of nothing comes up on the screen. So it's trying to get, oh, the fucking screen's even gone. It's trying to negotiate that higher bandwidth one using RGB, and it's struggling. So now I'm getting no signal. So you can see now that it's got RGB selected and it's trying to put RGB out, but the cable can't handle that. Even though it says, yep, you can do this stuff now, it sees this and it says, oh, you can do that. All right, I'll try that, which is harder to do over a cable than the lower quality one down here. And the result of that is no signal. All right, so that's with this 10 meter cable, which even though it was rated to do that, and it kind of can do it with the lower grade on RGB, it struggles. So I've got this old 3 meter cable here, plugged into the other input. Look at this thing. Plugged into the other input, and I'm going to put that into the computer and show you what goes on with this one. Well, I'll just change the source to HDMI 2, which is what that one's plugged into, and now it works, 60p. So the problem is the cable, the big long cable, but we're not finished yet. As you can see, I've got RGB full there, and back over here you can see the same thing. Well, 60, 59.94. That's, well, let's go 60, let's make it all legit. There it is. Okay, so everything's 60, everything's good, and the screen's still working nicely. Right, so there's the issue. I need a 6 meter cable, but they don't make cables above 5 lower than 10. So I've got a 10 meter cable so I could fit it all in here nicely. But as you saw, 10 meters is too much for that quality of HDMI signal to get the full color and the full rate up to the screen. The 3 meter works, but I'll tell you something about the 3 meter cable. It could just be my dodgy cable. Sometimes it dodges out and you just get a black screen quickly. But either way, I can't run this with that 3 meter cable just kind of hanging there like that. So, what am I going to do now? So I've got this fibre optic cable, which was way overpriced, but it uses fibre to go from one end to the other, so it should work fine. I'll just give the screen the old winch around here and find a hole. Fall over. Right, now you can see the screen's alive, there's no artifacts on it, it's beautiful, and if I go to the settings and see what that says, it should be good here. Where are we? RGB full, 60 Hertz, everything's beautiful. So this is how it should be. So the old 10 meter cable, even though it said high-speed HDMI cable, male 10 meter, 4K at 60 Hz, sports HDR. Don't believe that shit. So now I've got a proper 4K screen at 60 Hz and everything's beautiful. There's no artifacts, there's no mess, it's just all good. So now I've got to neaten those cables up because this shit won't stand. So I'll sort that out and finish this off. Now I just have to briefly try the Raspberry Pi down there with RetroPie just to see how it looks on here and see how blocky it is. Yeah, it's pretty blocky, but it's nice and big. So, I don't know. I'm not really going to set this up for retro games. I just wanted to see how blocky this old stuff would be on a modern massive screen. Okay, and here it is all finished. Looking good. And I've done the cabling here, so I've got the optical HDMI and power cable going in that little split conduit there, all loomed up down there nicely. Going to the desk, and I can raise the desk. You know, it's one of these raisable desks here. So as I raise that up, there's plenty of cable for that. Obviously I won't be using the monitor there if I'm doing something with a raised desk, but it's there for that. And that's about that. Right, so the lesson learned is, yes, they sell 10 meter cables that claim to do 4K at 60 Hz, but in the real world they don't. So if you want to do that resolution at that distance, you're going to have to get an optical cable, which costs way more than they should. It's just a piece of fibre, and it's thin at this, by the way. If you've got tight space, it's easy to get through. But that's what you have to do. Forget these, they don't work. They do for high definition, but not 4K. So anyway, that'll do it for now. Till next time, take it easy.